Hi everyone, how is everybody? It's Jill Lancet and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Greystanes, which is a suburb of Sydney, so that's in Australia. Hi, hello from Greystanes. That is my online store address. If you want to purchase anything, you can use this December host code if your order is under $250. You can follow me on social media. That is my email address. If you feel like you need to speak to me, that's the way to go, or put it in the comments below. And please like, share and subscribe. If you subscribe, you hit that little bell icon and you will be notified when I upload videos. Okay, now we made a blokey card in the last video. Now we're going so opposite. We're going very feminine. But I want to show you a couple of things first of all. Look what arrived in my letterbox. The new January to April mini catalogue. I can't show you what's in there. I can only show you the front cover at the moment. I know that is a terrible bore, but them's the rules. And again, we have the fantastic celebration happening at the same time. This goes from the 4th of January to the 29th of February. And you can earn free things. It's a very successful time to stock up on some beautiful things. I can't show you what's inside that either, I know, but I'm going to be using a couple of products from there and from there today. I can show you the products, go figure. But anyway, the first thing I want to show you is this gorgeous paper, and I've been having a play with it. As you can see, there's bits and pieces of it flying out everywhere. It is called Flight and Airy, and it is a free pack of paper. And I just wanted to share with you. It's very nostalgic, very feminine. Look at that. How beautiful is that? Just so many beautiful papers in this pack. Now you can earn this for free by placing orders after the 4th of January and meeting the criteria. More about that later. I just wanted to have a quick flip through these beautiful papers. So gorgeous. Watercolored birds. How beautiful is that? Look at that. Very romantic, very reminiscent of days gone by. But they're just so beautiful. Even the back, the B side is gorgeous. Look at this one. How gorgeous is that? Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. And of course you can cut things out from these, use them as background pieces. They're just so beautiful. Anyway, I just thought I'd share that with you. Look at that one. How gorgeous. And it is called Flight and Airy. Let me just put this all back together. Sorry guys. Flight and Airy, and they are full 12 by 12 size paper, so that's 30.5 by 30.5 in centimeters, 12 by 12 in inches, and the number is here. You won't need it, you'll be able to find it. It's Flight and Airy, a free pack of paper. Beautiful. The normal good quality paper, no substandard paper here. So we're going to be using some of that. We're also going to be using some stamps from a new stamp set. I think I featured this in the last video. It's called Notes of Nature. We did a blokey one using that. We're going to use this one, but on the second card. Yes, you're getting 2 cards for the price of 1 today. We're using this image here from the Garden Meadow stamp set, and we are going to use some deckled rectangles, which are extremely useful to have, and they're beautiful. There's 8 dies in the set and they go down in graduating sizes, so we're going to be using those today as well. So I'm going to pop those over there. I'm going to pop the stamp sets back up there, and we're going to get started right now. So I have here the details, which I will put in the comments, in the description below. I mean, not in the comments, but I'll go through them with you. Okay. Now this is the first card we're going to make. How lovely is that? I haven't put a message on the inside yet, but you can do whatever you like. Now, this came about, I saw an older video using this framed, recessed frames, and it just went from there. And I really wanted to, I was busting to use these beautiful papers. So we're going to go ahead. Here is the little picture. We're going to fussy cut that out of one of the sheets. I've half done it, so you don't have to watch me cut all the way through that. And the graduating pieces are, the first thing is a tent fold. So that is our A4 cut in half at 10.5, and then it is scored at 14.85. So it will stand up as a tent fold like that, but we're actually going to use it like this, just for a change, just to change things up. So that's the first thing we need, is our beautiful card base. The next thing we need is our gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous DSP, the Flight and Airy. Now, I have done all of the cutting out for you today. It just saves a whole heap of time, and yeah, sometimes it can be a bit boring to watch. So I have this piece of designer series paper, and the size of this is 14.2 centimeters by 10, or 3 15/16 by 5 5/8 inches. I don't use inches anymore. These sizes will only fit our A4 because I've basically just taken what the inches sizes are. You can convert this quite easily to your standard card size if you don't use our metric A4 size as a base. So yeah, so I have cut out this deckled rectangle from the middle of that. Now, we're not discarding that, we're using that for our second card. So I have that. I'm going to pop these back in and tell you which size deckled rectangle that was. So there is 8 dies, 1, 2, 3, the 4th from the outside, 1, 2, 3, 4 from the outside was used to cut out this beautiful DSP. I've got a bit of sticky residue there, which I'm going to get rid of. And another bit over here. So that's our first piece. Now we're not gluing this straight on, we've got things to do. So just bear with me while I get rid of all of that. Otherwise that's going to stick to everything. So we've got that, we've got that. The next piece we need is a piece of BOHO Blue, which is what the card base is. And it is 11.5 centimeters by 8.5, or 4.5 inches by 3 3/8. Again, I'm giving both inches and metric. I've been asked to do that, but the inches don't necessarily fit the US card sizes. So we have that, and I have cut the next size down, deckled rectangle. So we're going to make this recessed frame. So that's that one. Let me take this tape off here. I'll pop this back in here so you can see where it came from. So that was the first one we used. 1, 2, 3, 4 from the outside. This is 5 from the outside. So we've cut that out of that one. So we've got that, we've got that. We're going to use the same size in a piece of basic white, so I've basically cut it out of a scrap, but it is the inner size. We are using the outer size in the boho blue. If you check that, you'll see that they fit together like a jigsaw puzzle. Now that's got residue on it as well. I'll deal with that in a minute. And we need a piece of fresh FREESIA, just a scrap. This one happens to be 10.5 by 8.5. You don't want it any smaller than that. And I have cut yet another deckled rectangle out of the center of that because it's going to be covered up. That is going to be used later. Right, now I'm going to pop this back in here so you can see the ones that we've used so far. And there is one more to go, but that is on the second card, and we will get to that in a minute. Okay, so now I'm going to just take off all the residue because they will stick and drive me crazy. I specifically need it off the white one because that is the piece that we're going to be stamping on. Oh no, that's for this card. I beg your pardon. Gosh, I'm getting mixed up here. Okay, bit of residue on there. Okay, so now we can start putting this together, and the first thing I'm going to do is finish fussy cutting. I know I say fussy cutting, blah 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 blah, but you know what? I'm actually quite enjoying it, and it turns out I don't do too bad a job. So I've already started cutting this. I've cut all the bottom half of it. So I'm just going to finish it off. Now, if you don't know what fussy cutting is, it's cutting around an image, leaving a little bit of a white border, or in a card that I made a couple of weeks ago, I didn't leave the white border. But in this particular one, I am. So the trick to fussy cutting is to move the paper, if you can, move the paper and use lovely long smooth scissor strokes rather than chop 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 chop. If you do long strokes, you'll get smoother cutting edges, and take your time. Look, there's nothing to be rushed about this. Enjoy the mindfulness of it. You can actually start thinking about other things while you're doing this, or not. So yeah, I just think it's not too bad as relaxation hobbies go. But yeah, I think I'm just lazy. But yeah, no, I'm actually quite enjoying fussy cutting, and you've probably noticed that there's been a fair bit of fussy cutting in some of the cards I've been making recently. So look, it really doesn't take that long, and we're pretty much done. So there we go. So we've got this beautiful, cute two little birds. They look like they're having a conversation to me. So I'm going to pop that over there. Now, the first thing I need to do is to adhere this to the inside. Now, I want to make sure that that frame is even all the way around. So I'm going to just pop the glue on the very edge of this, okay? Because if I put the glue on the edge of this, you're going to see it. So I'm using liquid glue, not a lot. You don't need a lot. You just need a little bit. I always say this, just you only need a little bit. But it's true, because if you put too much on, you're going to end up with this stuff oozing out everywhere. Now, just line that up initially as best you can, because you've got a bit of wiggle room. Okay, so you've got a bit of wiggle room. Now, see, I can move that a bit, and I can move that over a bit. But the good thing about this is because they're the deckled rectangles, you know, you've got no straight lines, so the optical illusion there is that it's straight. Right, another bit of that residue there. Let's get rid of that. This is just an ordinary eraser. It's just one of those plastic type erasers, and I find this just as good as anything else. And they're as cheap as chips, and you can pick them up anywhere. So that's that part of our card done, okay? Now the next part of our card is the stamping on this little white piece. Now what I want to do is I want to have a bit of a spatter background. So I've chosen this stamp. I forget where it's from. Let me check and see if I remember where it's from. Yeah, it's from this stamp set as well, Notes of Nature. Now what I'm doing is I've got a white background and I want to stamp this in the fresh freesia. Just so that there's taking away the starkness of that white background. So I've got my little fresh freesia ink spot and I'm just inking this up. Now I don't want full strength to begin with. I want it to graduate out. So what I'm doing is I'm stamping in the middle and then I'm going out, second generation. So stamping in the middle, because we're putting the image on there, so it's not going to, you're not going to see a lot of that middle section anyway. And I'm just going to continue doing that all the way around. This literally only takes a couple of minutes. We've got this beautiful speckled, interesting looking background now. A couple more stamps and then we're done. More in the corners there. Just there. One more should do it. And there we go. I'm just going to clean that so I don't lean in it, get it everywhere. Now that's done. Now this is what our little birds are going to go on. Our little birds. So we're just going to pop that over there and we're just going to take our little fresh freesia piece, and this piece that we cut out, I only cut that out because I needed a scrap. I need a scrap to stamp the sentiment on that is going onto the front of the card, which says, I can't imagine having a better friend. Now I'm stamping this in BOHO Blue onto the fresh freesia cardstock. So now it's a photopolymer stamp, but rest assured I've got this lovely thick pad of paper here. So it should give a really nice image. So let's have a look. I'm going to be fussy cutting this out too, so it doesn't have to be straight. Now I'm just holding that down, just letting that ink absorb into the cardstock. So there we go. Now that's going to be fussy cut too. So that's two lots of fussy cut. So what I want to do is I just want to go straight, virtually straight across the top here. And then I'm going to fussy cut around the scripty font. So yeah, whatever takes your fancy. And I'll show you what I do at the end of fussy cutting, which gives it a nice flat shape to it. You don't have these sharp edges sticking up Now look, literally this doesn't have to be perfect, and it doesn't have to take all day, so you could have left it as a strip if you wanted to, but you know, I was in the mood for some fancy fussy cutting. Maybe we should change it to fancy cutting. Nearly finished, nearly finished. And follow that up and around and just finish it off like that. Now, with our little birds, as well as this little piece that I've just fussy cut here, I like to lay that down, and with my bone folder, I just gently go around the edges from the back and just smooth that out. Now, you won't see a difference in that, but it does calm down the raggedy sort of edges. I'll show you when I finish this piece. It just flattens it down. It just finishes it off, in my opinion. So it's got a nice smooth surface to it, is what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. So we've got that, we've got that, we've got that. Now, let's go crazy. So what I want to do is I want to put this card, this fresh freesia, and this was a happy accident. Now this is also optional, but I wanted to introduce this color, and I originally had this behind the birds, but it just didn't look right. So I then cut this piece out and glued it once it was all put together, which was tricky. So, but I like it better. So I'm going to glue that on there, and then we're going to assemble this card. So I'm just going to center this up. Center it up as best you can. Like, you really are not going to see much of this at all. You're going to see from an angle, and I'll show you when we get to that point. So I've got that ready. Now I want to put some dimensional strips on the back of this. And the strips are the quickest way to do this, I've found. And these are left over from kits that I've purchased. So I'm going just in from the edge. Just in from the edge. And then I'll do some closer to the center. But these are quick. They cover a fair bit of distance in one go. So now I will start in the middle, and then I will trim some of these down. So close to the center there. If I can get them off. Okay, I've got two there. So close to the center of the frame. Not too close though. And we'll pop this bit here like that. And pop this bit here like that. And now I can start trimming these down because I think they're too long. Yep. So I've just trimmed them down a little bit. I'm going to pop this one here like that. Now they don't have to meet up. The only time you'd want these to meet up is if you're doing a shaker card and you don't want things to fall out. So other than that, yeah, there can be gaps between them. So yeah, don't stress out too much about that. And these little bits can go in there. Do I need another bit? Yep, over here. And then just a couple of bits there. Now I found out the other day you can bend these And yeah, I think I did them around a circle, so it was really good. So that's that done. So now I'm going to just remove the backs and put this on. Now, at this point, you want to check whether this is directional. And it kind of is, because it's got like the vines growing up. If you put it like this, they're growing down. Up to you. But anyway, I think they should go that way. But, you know, you do you. Just check if it's directional before you actually get it stuck down. Now this is the tricky part, because my nails are terrible at the moment. I'm giving them a rest from acrylic nails. So, oh, that's easier. Why didn't I do that first? Okie dokie. Now that's the inside done. Now the outside. Just bear with me. Talk amongst yourselves. Oops, while I do this. Being a demonstrator, we get access to products early. Now, if you really want this paper, you can actually join my team now and add these things into your starter kit, not the free celebration, but you will earn sales towards celebration once you become a demonstrator before everybody else. So now my card opens this way. Which way are my flowers going? Up. Now I want to center this up, so I might need to just get my head in the way or something. Just bear with me. That looks pretty good. Now I'm just lightly putting that down. I'm not pressing down until I'm totally happy with that. That looks okay. So now I have this. Now what I'm going to do is with this piece here, I want to match it up. You'll see that there's a definite way this goes. So you want to match it up. And I found this little divot here matches that perfectly. So I'm going to pop some glue on the back of that because I want to be able to wriggle that around as well. So divot, and I just want to match it up there and then just drop it in. Now I know this is not a huge deal breaker, and that's why this is optional, but now you can see a touch of the fresh freesia on the inside of that frame. So yeah, as I said, happy accident, but I really liked the result of that. Now I'm going to pop these little guys. I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back, and I'm going to use the big ones as well as the small ones, so bear with me. It'll be recessed, it'll be safe inside there. So there we go there, and maybe one there. And you can use little half edges, like I just cut these little pieces off. Things like the tail. Oh, the kids next door are playing. They always have a bit of a play before bath time, so if you hear any noises, they're either playing or they've been told to stop playing and they don't want to get in the bath. So just cut a couple more in half here. They're easy to cut. And just a couple bits there, one there, one there, one out here, and maybe another one there. And I think that should cover it, I think. Yep, that looks pretty good. Now I've got to get all these little devils off. Just bear with me. Oops. Oh dear. Did you see that? Say you didn't see it. I just tore it. But you know what? Won't make any difference. Pop them in the bin. Now I've got to get these off. This is the hardest part of this card, to be honest. Getting these little devils off. Oops. Now I'm sticking to them. Oh gosh. One more. Right. You won't even notice that I've torn that. Now he is not going to go there, that's for sure. Right. Gosh, I'm not having much success today, am I? I'm going to blame the crazy weather we've had lately. Right, so they are going to go in the centre there, just like that. Like they're having a nice little conversation. There they go. Aren't they gorgeous? And this is going to be glued half on the frame, and so I need just a couple of little small Stampin' Dimensionals on here. So which side do I need it on? This side here. So just one there, and maybe another one not far away from that one. Just down. Let me just check. Let me check. Okay, so about there. About there. Take that off there, and a little bit of glue just on the back. And I wanted that half over there like that. So, and that's it. Not there's no other embellishments on there. You could of course have embellishments on there if you wanted them, but I thought there was a fair bit going on there, so I didn't bother. So that's our first card. Now our second card is using some of the pieces that were cut out from here, and I'll put them both together at the end. So now, if you've ever wanted to know how big our little gift cards are, they are on page 135 in the current annual catalogue. These little note cards and envelopes here, I don't have the envelopes handy, but this is the size they are. And I will compare that to our regular sized card. So it's quite a bit smaller, but they are handy to send just a little note to say hello. Or you could make these and give them as gifts. So the first thing we start off with is our little gift card. Now this is just a scrap of basic white, and I have just cut out the smallest of the deckled rectangles. So that's what that is there, the smallest of the deckled rectangles. I'll pop this one back in here so you can see where it fits in the scheme of things, right in the middle. So we need that. We need the piece from the middle of our designer series paper. We need, and this is just another one to show you where I got it from. This is the center of the boho blue, and I cut it out with that second smallest deckled rectangle. So I cut it out with the second smallest, just out of the center of it. Now that was cut out of there, so effectively it's waste. and then we've cut this out and we're using this piece. Now this is not necessarily waste. This is a beautiful little frame, and you could use this on a second card again. So don't throw anything out that you've taken the trouble to cut out. Don't throw it out, because yeah, you can always use it. So we've got this piece here. I'm going to rub out my scribblings, and we are going to use these pieces to make a little gift card. So we need some of the beautiful boho textured ribbon, boho blue. Now this is on page 143 of the annual catalogue. I will put all the details in the comments, in the details below. So simple card. We're just going to, again, check the direction that this goes. We're going to glue that on there. And very quick, very quick. And you could make this a little gift set to give to somebody when they just want to pop a little note in the mail, and they've got them all ready to go. Now I have done that before, and I've actually put enough stamps to cover the envelopes as well. So there we go. Now this little piece here, we're just going to stamp just a little note to say hello. So I'm going to take a block, pop that on a block, and I'm again stamping that in the boho blue just to tie that in. And trying to center that up, so just bear with me. I think that's okay. Looks okay to me. Looks okay now. Beautiful. And then what I thought I'd do is, the background of this is predominantly bubble bath. So I just decided to take the bubble bath ink spot and just run that around the edge, just like that. It just gives it another little layer of colour. Yeah, just ties that pink now into the sentiment. So yeah, there's all sorts of little tricks you can do. So I'm going to glue that directly straight onto there. Liquid glue again to the rescue, but you know, if you like the tape, the seal, go for it. And just centering that up like that. Now we are going to pop this piece up onto dimensionals. I can still see a bit of pencil. Hang on. Hold your horses, honey. There we go. Now I just got a length of the boho blue, and I just thought it'd be nice to just pop that across the middle of the card. And all I did was just angle the ends. Dare I say that properly? So just angle the ends, and then angle the other end. Now look, it's up to you how long you do that. So yeah, I think about there should be fine. And I did use my oh, of course I can't find it now. Oh, here it is. Stop looking, I found it. I just put some of the what is this called, Stamp and Seal, across the middle of, oh god, across the middle of the, there we go, got it going. And I simply laid the ribbon in that. So I've got that going just across, just a tiny smidge above center, because I like to do that. I'm going to put some dimensionals on there. I think I'll use the strips again. Why not? I've got them right here. So don't forget, I've got ribbon that's going to be going in the middle of that. So we'll just pop that there, pop the other one there. and just a couple of little bits on the end. It's going to secure our ribbon as well. And I might even put just one of these in the middle. Right. Oh gosh, now I've got to get it all off again, haven't I? Hang on. Hold on. Hold your horses. Oh dear. Oops, a daisy. And the last one. Oops. Right. Now that, look, they are so sticky. It's not funny. That's just going to go in the center of that. And that is just a sweet little card. Now, had I found my matching gems, and I'll just give me 2 seconds. And I'll see if I can find them. If I can't, well, boho blue. How's that? We've got boho blue, and we've got no, boho blue. It's going to be boho blue. Haven't even used these ones yet. So just taking my take your pick, and I think I might just pop a little one there and another little one on the other side. And that just finishes that off. So let me know what you think about that. Basically, 2 cards for the price of 1. Luckily, they're free. And these beautiful, beautiful papers will be free with your qualifying order as of the 4th of January. Now, you will be able to see that. When it goes live, you'll be able to see the new mini catalogue as well as all of the celebration items in my online store. 4th of January is day 1. The catalogue goes through till April. The celebration freebies go till the end of February. So aren't they just beautiful, sweet, feminine little cards? Very simple to just throw these little scrap bits onto a note card at the same time, and you've got yourself 2 cards for the price of 1. So do let me know what you think about those. And yeah, December host code, online store, social media, email. Like, subscribe and share. Thank you so much for again spending a bit of time with me in my messy craft room. And I can tell you over Christmas I will be having a massive tidy up. I say that all the time, but anyway, fingers crossed, let's hope. Thank you so much for spending a bit of time. Bye for now. Bye.